Okay, well, we're live, people. We are live. This is my second LinkedIn live event. Still don't know what I'm doing, so I apologize ahead of time if you have to endure some technical glitches. But man, you got to put in the reps. That's how it goes. So before anything, I'm just going to want to do a tech check. Can everybody hear me? I don't know if there's anybody in the audience. I'm going to double check really quick. Let's see if it's live right now. Double check. Click it. Should be able to see us. Okay, there's a delay in case anybody curses. So that is why there's a safety net. Great. Well, let's go ahead and get rolling as people are coming into the stream. So what we're talking about here is using Chatbot as customer service agents. Well, we all have experience, hopefully some good ones, calling DMV and going to like get a number and then line up forever. I mean, like this on a good day. Sometimes you can even get through at the door. And there will be another couple instances like where it's talking to the bank. A bank with an institution and they just got acquired by a major, and so all this stuff I'm like getting listening to elevator music endlessly, and it's just like not the best way to start the day. So having chatbot to answer customer service questions is actually a very good use cases, and this is not sci-fi, right? This is something that you can do right away. So, well, before anything, I don't know if anybody is in the audience. So, would love if you are in, please drop in a comment, tell us where you're coming in from, so we know the time zone and all of that. So, it's just also a way to know that I'm not talking into just a vacuum. So that will be awesome. Great. So I'm also going to look at the comments, trying to trying to uh, trying to multitask, which I'm not very good at. Great. So if you got any questions, just go ahead and drop it in into the comments. It should be pretty simple in the LinkedIn. So let's go ahead and talk about this chatbots, right? So I think we all have accustomed to seeing chatbots, which is a little bubble here on the right hand side. Actually, let me just make the screen a little bigger because everyone's eyesight is getting bad since COVID. uh, So this thing, many websites have that, and many of them are just like the robotic fairy is a script. If you deviate from the script, it would like kind of the voicemail hell. It was, oh, I don't know what to do. Click zero, talk to an agent, and then you all have been frustrated because the voicemail doesn't know what you're talking about. So then, since you are down the street from Ken Pacific. Is it Pacific Street? Where Pacifica? So I can't really tell unless I'm in LinkedIn. I can't tell who the LinkedIn user is. No, let me just actually double come in and see who uh, this person is. Well, actually, I can't tell. So Pacific. Okay, so I think it's pretty close. Maybe it's Peckite. Maybe it's not Pale. Well, it's the Pacific. So hello to LinkedIn user. So the newer type of chatbots have more intelligence built in because it's using LLM, large language model, which is ChatGPT, for example. That is one of the most famous LLMs. So you can be asking questions and it's actually going to interpret it. And based on word association, it's going to give you some responses. And it's been around for about 18 months or so. It's getting pretty good. GPT 4.0 just came out and it's got the multi-model. You can take a picture. You can be asking questions and all of that. So that is very cool. So what is really good about that is you can be asking a question. It's like, um, uh, how do you convert Pacific time to Eastern time or something like that? And you'll be able to get the right answer. But it's not going to help your business because it doesn't know when you opened. Do you open Monday through Friday, like 9 till 6? Do you work on weekends? So specifically, what we're going to be talking about is how to whip out a chatbot that knows about the business, your business, and it'll be able to serve customer questions. Great. That's awesome. Terrific. So just want to kind of, take a look at the audience. Has anybody have a chatbot already deployed in their website or business, anything like that? I'm in the same state as you are. Okay, good. Thank you, LinkedIn user. Okay, so nobody has used chatbot. Well, um, people talking about wiping out jobs with AI. I don't believe in that. I think what you're able to do is to use it as a dispatcher. It's kind of like a front desk, a concierge. It's also answering some of the frequently questions that people ask your prospects, your customers asking. You're actually maximizing customer satisfaction. So that is what we're talking about here. So if you haven't seen it yet, that's good. You have a, a clear mind. You have a blank canvas for us to paint on, like Picasso. Okay, very good. So I'm gonna first jump into the demo. It's kind of like Rachel Ray, or I don't know, whatever cooking show which I don't watch. So I'm gonna show you the finished product first, and then we're gonna go in behind the scene and see how you can feed some of the data. I call it a knowledge base, so you can fine tune the behaviors of the chatbot, and then you can deploy it to the website. So I'm gonna actually turn this off. I don't need to be seeing myself in the backstage so much. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, now all eyes on me. No pressure. Okay. So Sand Realist. This is just a real estate demoed, actually for a client that we have built. It is a commercial real estate brokerage in San Francisco. And right now there is a healthy supply of commercial real estate. And so the idea is like this real estate listings already browsable on the website, right? But what if I want it to be more interactive? I want to talk to somebody in order to serve me the real estate listings. So let's go ahead and see it in action. So I'm going to click on this bubble here. Okay. And then this is some history that I was testing ahead of the stream. So we are going to ask, okay, what can you help me with? Okay. And it's like a little greeting. I'm going to turn off the volume here so it doesn't ding all the time. Great. I can assist you finding real estate listing, answering questions about property, scheduling calls, and future further discussion. Pretty good. It's like a salesperson, right? So I have deployed chatbot both and before after LLMs. Great. So LinkedIn user at 9:39 a.m. Pacific time. I would love to get more information about your experience. So go ahead, chime in the comments, please. So great. So what we're hearing is, well, I am looking for an office space in Mill Valley. Mill Valley is just right across the Golden Gate Bridge. It's about 20 minutes north of the San Francisco proper. What do you have? Okay. If I'm not mistaken, there should be at least one or two listings in there. And again, all of this stuff, you can absolutely go to the website and click a Zillow or whatever website, right? So nothing is really out of the ordinary here. But by interacting with the chatbot, you can actually do some of this pretty quickly, and that's the beauty of it. And then you can also have a link. If you click on here, it should, if haven't broken. Actually, I was sticking, to a property site. This is live, so this is good. Okay, this is really good. And if you want to go ahead and schedule an appointment, you can actually do so here to my clients. Great. So we're going to switch back to this here. So, well, Mill Valley is good, but it's a little too far. Too far from the action. How about something in city proper? Okay. And so you can see I have some typos. I have some misspellings. LLM, large language model, large language model, which this chatbot is built on, is using GPT 4.0, 4.0, not the 4.0. So this is we don't need multimodal here. So this is good. So we have another one here. This is Rhode Island. This is actually where my neighborhood is right now. So it's very close. 5,000 square feet, $45 per year, triple net. Pretty cool. Well, how about I would like to be I would like to be closer. Sorry, I can't type really well. Closer to Soma. And let's see, we are stress testing the knowledge of LLM to see if it's aware of all of this geographic knowledge. And hey, we're in luck. Look, it's actually aware of Soma, which means south of market. There's one here, $50, 6,200 square feet, perfect for tech company. This office, blah blah blah. Okay, this is pretty good. So just looking at this, this is Patrol Hill, pretty much, 5,000 square feet for 45. This one is 62 square feet for 50. So you can see the price a little bit more. So anyhow, say that you're pretty okay with that, and say, well, how do I log in a viewing? So what I'm asking this is like, well, how do I set up the next step? Drive me around, come pick me up, and drive to see these two properties. Okay, so this has been programmed and trained to say, well, you can use this link, which is the Calendly link. In this case, actually, is a HubSpot link. Same thing. You can just pick the time that's convenient for you, guys. This workflow. If you are in some kind of service industry, if you're selling coaching, you're selling anything, you want to get rid of the phone tax, this should be at least the ground zero. This is not negotiable. You should just set up a Calendly or HubSpot or something to make sure that people can book you, instead of like 50 phone tags to just lock in the appointment. So I can say, well, 11 o'clock, just right before lunch, and I don't know how to, spend time with Ken person, whatever. So you can go ahead and set this up, and then the workflows will be automated. You'll be able to see it in the invite and all of it. Consider logged in. So that is what a typical salesperson would do early on in the sales funnel, and all of that is automated. Now, by the time the agent shows up, you can now be more prepared and talk about stuff that matters to the clients instead of talking about the logistics and things like that. Okay, I'm just taking a glance at the comments, make sure everybody is alive and awake. So I got one here. The last one is maybe Jenny can help put that on the screen as I'm talking about that. How complex is it to set up a chatbot for someone like me with no technical background? Today is Friday, and I don't know where you're dialing in from. If you're from the same state, too early to be having a happy hour. So you should be pretty alert and sober. Like I'm having coffee right now. Let me have some. So I think that uh, the reason why we're getting everybody together to be able to show you that without any coding, without any magic, you still will be able to whip out something like that. This is why we want to go out, spend all the time doing the research, doing the dirty legwork on your behalf to give you that on a silver platter. So that will be very accessible. I wouldn't say that you will be able to set it up within 10 minutes, but maybe 12 minutes, something like that. You'll be able to spin up the chatbot and probably require a little bit more fine tuning over time, but it's pretty accessible. Great. Another question, John from Needle in a Haystack. Oh, so is this my neighbor, John? John? So if this is the John in my neighbor, in my neighborhood, we go to Farley's on 18th all the time, and John's got a what is that? What is the animal called again? Not alligator, not an alligator. A dragon. Uh, Man, you gotta help me out. So anyway, so the feed is a little laggy for me. Good to know that you see me as a LinkedIn user. I see other people in the comments with their full ID. So I think if you're looking at it from LinkedIn, you can see their full ID. So I'm looking at it from the stream yard. So thank you for the feedback. Maybe I will slow down my speech so that it gets a little bit more caught up. Okay, another question. How can we ensure the chatbot remains up to date with our products or services? Man, this is money. I was hoping you asked that question. So the crux of the problem is keeping the knowledge base up to date. There are a couple ways to do it, right? You can update it on a daily basis, and I don't know how often you change your product or services. If you're in e-commerce, right, like Amazon, a little mini Amazon or Temu, or whatever that is, the availability changes all the time. So you probably want to set up a bridge, and I call it a bridge. I avoiding this thing called API or webhook, but you can use something like that to make sure that the data is fed live. And as a matter of fact, this is what we have set up, is that you can hook it up so that is every time you're asking a chat about availability, office or stocks or anything like that, it's actually making a call, a live call, and then it's retrieving all the SKUs, all the availability real time to it. Now, obviously, if you do that, it's going to require a little bit more time because it's a round trip, right? So you may want to kind of do it a couple times a day. It all, oh, what's going on with the, wow, I just came back from the shadow. That's, that's, uh, that's creepy. Anyhow, I'm still here. I haven't moved. So yes, you will be able to use something like API, webhook, or Zapier, something along that to make sure that the chatbot is aware of your availability real time. Okay, so as a matter of fact, when I jump into the dentist chatbot, you can actually see the real time availability, which is hooked up to the Calendly. Great. Awesome. Any more questions from the audience? Great. Cool. So let's go ahead and jump in and look at the dentist bot that I was telling you guys about. So this is a different office. And again, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be saying, I have a toothache and need to see somebody ASAP. Okay. So what this is doing right now is this chatbot now is going to the booking system, in this case, using Calendly. Oh, great. Okay, I'm sorry here about your toothache. Unfortunately, I can't provide medical advice. Okay, good. So HIPAA and whatever. So it knows the sandbox. It knows it doesn't go out of the swim lanes. Okay, but how? But let's just like have a conversation. How? What is? Let's change the question a little bit. Availability for an appointment today. Okay. Okay. Uh, we have done a lot of testing ahead of time, and so this should be a very good, reasonable kind of questions. And again, if it doesn't work, oh, good, it's working. So the dental office is open 8 to 8. It's a little funky. So it means it's 9 to 6. And you can use a scheduling link. So let's just double check the scheduling link here to see if, so tomorrow is Saturday. Saturday is 9 to 2. So the last appointment is 1. So you know what? I'm going to do a test here to illustrate the real-time availability. I'm going to pick up the first appointment tomorrow. Again, for Pacific time is tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm going to just book something. Please don't spam this email. Scheduled. Okay, so this appointment at 9 tomorrow is taken. So anybody else that comes after that, forget it, is already taken. So we're gonna go back and I'm gonna have a new chat. Okay, I want to say, hey, need a dentist tomorrow at 9 a.m. Can you see me? Okay, sounds pretty desperate. Okay, rude, no pleasantry. I hope the chatbot isn't very nice, but hey, chatbot has professionalism, right? So it looks like 9 a.m. tomorrow is already booked. Would you like to check for another time of the day? Okay, good. I will get brunch first. How about tomorrow afternoon? Okay, so before we, I want to come back to that scheduling link here. We took the 9 o'clock one, so we got 10, 11, noon, and 1 because the office is closed at 2. So it should give me something about noon to 1, more or less, right? Let's see if it works. And by the way, if you are in the neighborhood, there are a couple good brunch places. Cloud is always crowded, and also Chez Maman, really good escargot. A really funny story. If you're on a date, you try to get the escargot, it will shoot over the table and land anywhere, everywhere. Uh, Anyhow, so this thing just came back. Tomorrow afternoon, I have available lots at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. PDT. Okay, so that's pretty good. So let's log in 1 p.m. Now, the chatbot as of right now doesn't have the scheduling ability. It will be built in. So I think this is going to prompt you to go to Calendly to set up the rest of it. And this is the beauty of it, right? The chatbot is an ongoing thing, is a learning mechanism. You can just hook it up and integrate with different things. Okay, so it looks like we got a dental date tomorrow, 1 p.m. after your brunch, after your mimosa, after your fried chicken waffle, and all the good delicacies. But I don't even know where this office is. So how about the address? Where are you guys located? So this kind of stuff is like, can't you look it up? Can you Google it? Yeah, of course you can Google it, but I'm too lazy. I got one hand. looking at whatever stuff, but it's giving me the physical address. It's also kind enough to give me the directions. How cool is that? I click on it, Google Maps is going to open up, and I'm not going to reveal you my exact location is. So that is the beauty of using the modern chatbots to help you deliver customer services. I'm just reading the comments. Wow, I want that bot to be my admin assistant. Oh, okay, cool. Yes. So we're gonna go into the back end of this, and you can actually just follow. Well, I don't want you guys to be following along. It's just gonna be too slow. We want to keep it high, high octane, then high pace. But actually, we will have more resources at the end of this slide, not this presentation. So make sure that you. Actually, we're gonna be sending you some resources and links so you can sign up for all this stuff. And I'm more than happy to set up a quick 15-minute call to talk about any things like that of that nature. Okay, so we've seen the front end. This is the end of the Rachel Ray. Is like actually I don't know if Rachel Ray actually cooks, but like whoever cook, Yan can cook or whatever, right? They show you the finished goods. Now I'm gonna go into the back end to show you how to build something like that. Okay, I'm gonna show you how this dentist and the real estate bot were built, and then we're gonna build one together in real time. So I'm not like selling you snake oil. Sounds good? Cool. I am your neighbor. So who is this LinkedIn user? Who's I'm sorry, I have to see. I have to see who's who's who. But I can't. Oh, I'm so I can't tell who's on right now. No, I gotta learn to multitask a little better. Cool. So let's go into the back end of the dentist first. Okay. So the platform that we're using, and again, so I'm pretty agnostic. What I have done though is I go out and look at like pretty much 10, 20 different platforms that is going to be no code or very low code. No code is like there's no coding involved because you can actually whip out something by yourself, but there's a lots of coding. So this one is called Botline. And again, if anybody's interested, more than happy to share some of the insights. But I'm going to go into the back end of a dentist bot and kind of show you uh, under the hood. Okay, so I got some analytics here. Okay, and the training data. Okay, so what is really cool is you think of it, you already have this copywriting, you already have the policies, fax, phone number. Remember, we got the driving directions because I have coded here. I even put in a GPS coordinates to be exact, street address, website, office hours, all of this stuff. And most important is like, well, if you're a dentist, do you take Bitcoin? Do you take livestock? Like, if I bring in a live chicken, can you treat me still? And unfortunately, based on the written policies, we only take Visa, Mastercard, AE, and PayPal, Apple Pay, and the modern payments. You can really do a barter for dentists. That's my bearded dragon. Okay, John is talking about that's the beard dragons called Robert, which is a lady. Great. So that is one quick example of the knowledge base. Now, we could actually go in here and use other sources of data. Okay, so imagine you are e-commerce. Uh, I don't want to say company, but you sell e-commerce stuff, and you want to do this on a regular basis, say daily, twice a day, hourly, you could do that and then just import your inventory to the chatbot. So the chatbot always have the most up-to-date knowledge. Okay. Import for links. This works if you're an active blogger or you're a YouTuber. You put a lot of information out there. Why are you doing all the stuff, repeating it to train the chatbot? Just add these links via this backend here, which can be automated, and then it will be also have the knowledge of that. So same thing with the God's Eye. I have a website about my policies, my payment, and all of that. I can actually feed the URL, and then you even save the time writing up the FAQ. And so what I did was the most primitive, is also easiest to illustrate, is to write manually. So I can also manually write out the policy, and then it'll become available as a knowledge base. Very good. So what else is really cool to show? Integration. Okay, so this is more advanced, but depending what services you're delivering, right? Your clients could be on different platforms. They could be on Facebook, they could be on Instagram, they could be on TikTok, they could be on WhatsApp. So what is amazing about this is you can just within a couple clicks. This is more advanced, but it's still accessible. I can hook it up to Slack. If I have a Slack community, I can have the exact same knowledge as this thing we're illustrating here via Slack. And the list goes on. Discord is I tried to learn Discord because I started going to hackathons. Man, it's not really my thing. But among gamers and the younger crowd, Discord is like uh, the Facebook, and then you can stream. You can have forums, you can have DMs, you can have group chats, and all of that stuff. Intercom is more enterprise, call center, VoIP type of stuff. Freshdesk and Zendesk is a help system, help ticketing system. So if you're into a service industry, a help desk type of situation, those are the platforms. And then WhatsApp. WhatsApp is really good because if you have international crowd, sometimes you're using the text, there might be a roaming charge or something like that. WhatsApp is international, and it's very good to also have that, especially Meta, Facebook's parent company, has pushed out this AI called Meta AI, and it's very legit. I gotta give it to Zuckerberg. So if you haven't tried the Meta AI, you can access it using the Facebook Messenger or the WhatsApp Messenger. You can actually read it and access it. So you can actually deploy that your chatbot to all these integration points and widening your distribution. So I want to talk about that. This is on my website or your website. So unless people on your website, they wouldn't be able to pick the benefits of the chatbot, right? But if you're bringing your chatbot, your sales assistant, your front desk assistant, your concierge to where your clients and prospects are, how cool is that? You bringing yourself to Slack, you're bringing yourself to WhatsApp, you're bringing yourself to Telegram. I don't even use that. Messenger. So it's like is you have one hire, but then you're replicating yourself, you're cloning yourself. So pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. So how are we doing? How are we doing in the crowd? Is that Jenny? Is there anything to make it a little more entertaining instead of me having a monologue? So this is behind the scene anyway. So I got a iPhone hooked up here, and I'm looking at the webbot here, and I got a green screen. So I actually don't live in a cool Zen temple-like environment. My study is a mess. I got two bicycles here. I got tons of equipments everywhere. So whatever you're showing with the green screen here, that is my iPhone. So that's enough embarrassment. Thank you, Jenny. Great. So let's go back and talk about building a chatbot. Okay. So let's go from the very beginning. And I am going to lean on the audience a little bit, right? So uh, just throw something out. What kind of use case are you looking for? What brought you here? So just randomly put something in the chat, in the comment, please. I want to give it a few seconds. And let me see if I can do, is there anything fun? Brand, private chat, comments. Okay. Anybody in the audience, they have a service company, like a local service company, pizza joint, anything at all? So because I can't think of anything, but maybe a gardening company. I mean, like, if unless I don't see anybody chiming in right now. So gardening, brand it a little bit. Zen gardening. Okay. Don't have a website yet. Can I still do this? No. I'm gonna make one up. Okay. Go ahead, create this. And actually, it's going to go out to look for this domain, which is fake. Hopefully, it doesn't come back with anything. So if you have a website already, it's already trying to attempt to index your website. So I'm going to go just be really lazy here. I'm going to just go ahead and index my own company, Sand-based services. We're AI agency. This is why we guys this why we have done all this research, because we actually serve our clients that way. So this is now indexing our website, which has services and service offerings and policies and workshops and everything like that, right? So this may take a little bit of time, and this is generating and good. So this is doing the magic, okay? But we're actually going to add another piece here, okay? We're going to add a thing which is called FAQ, and I will say services provided. Okay. Again, I don't do any gardening, never own a front yard or backyard or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to make this up. What is that? Removing removing weeds. Uh, what is that? I don't know. Planting trees, planting flowers. I mean, this is getting pretty names. And again, I don't have any uh, specific knowledge about this thing. And then we're going to add hours. Going to be Monday. We work hard Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. And then Sunday closed. Okay. So pretty simple stuff. I'm going to publish it. So now I'm adding it to the knowledge base. Go cat publish. Save draft. Okay, I'm stuck. So I'm going to come back here. Stay on stage. Publish. Okay. Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. But don't panic. You've done this before. Divide. Publish. Okay. It's not really failed to add article. Okay. Failed again. Failed. Okay, good. No problem. Oh, okay. So while I was doing this thing, we're going to go ahead and test it. We're going to road test this. So we have this thing here. How can I help you? Uh, uh, what services, right? I think whatever the flowers, the planting, the trees, that didn't get saved. So, but we already have indexed the website. So it should know something about the sandbase. Wow. Okay, good. Mute this again. Mute. Okay. All right. Well, it could be public embarrassment, humiliation. I've done all this testing before ahead of time, but like, hey, when there's a traffic jam, there's a traffic jam. Okay, cool. So it's giving us, oh, so it got submitted twice. IT consulting, digital transformation, business strategy, coaching, and training. Where this coming from? Again, I want to show it to you. It came from, you see, it start finishing indexing the website. And let's come back here. No, not this one, not this one, this one. Okay. How can I schedule a call? Let's see if that piece of information has already been added. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to look for a document that is in my cool. So it's smart enough to know that the website has a contact page. Okay. So this is good because how much effort did we put in doing that? None. We already have the website built, and the chatbot is looking through the entire website, indexing it, and is aware of this information inquiry form page and is serving it. Now, as a baseline, I think it's okay. But what I would like is actually going to direct people to this. Hmm, okay, I forgot what the link is, but never mind. Let's. I was in the middle of adding a PDF, right? So I'm going to show ABCs as a PDF. Okay, so I am. This is a carousel, okay, that we recently published on LinkedIn, and this is a lot of this is like repurposing some of the content that we're doing from the workshop. So this is a a cliff note version of many of this thing. And for people who want to learn more, there is an email course that you guys can sign up for free. So this align AI with UI vision. I'm looking for a question to quiz the chatbot. Okay, so let's see, build leadership support, mobilize. Okay, let's ask for this question. Mobilize support. How do you build leadership support for AI? This is the question we're going to ask the chatbot. Now, come back here. How do I, what was the question again? How do I build leadership support for AI? Actually, we are swaying pretty far from the gardening use case, but it's I proved to the crowd I don't know anything about gardening, so I'm just going to stick with my swimming. How do I uh, build support for AI leadership? Is that what it is? Build leadership support. Yeah, good. So now this, this is OpenAI going to its training data and knowledge base and and providing answers as best as it could. Okay, because OpenAI has trained a bunch of data basically since I don't know, like winter or spring of 2 years ago. You could be looking at Reddit, LinkedIn magazines, and different sources. Right, it's a black box. We don't know where it's coming from. So we're actually going to feed the carousel that you guys have seen here. And it should be very specific, saying mobilize your leadership team, encourage leaders to actively blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to go to the back end of this. Now this FAQ has come through, so it's really cool. So if you have a pretty good size website, your chatbot is already pretty intimately familiar with what you do. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to add another source. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go into that the carousel that we're looking at. It's called ABC of AI success. It will take a little bit of time, but it's not a huge file, so it should be quick. This, people, this is just training. We're just so-called training the chatbot, right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to just, where is it? Where did it go? Hang on. Just going to clean this up a little bit. And I'm going to add this thing here again. So if you are a coach, if you are an e-commerce person, this is like really a critical part to training your chatbot. You want to make sure that it has your voice, it knows what you sell, it knows what you're good at, it knows your service offerings, it knows all of that stuff. And this is the most critical part of deploying a chatbot. All the other stuff is relatively trivial. Okay, so now let's go ahead and come back to test the chatbot here. And I'm going to ask the exact same question, but I'm actually going to start a new thread because my tech lead want me to do that to keep everything cleaned. How do I build support for AI leadership? Okay, cool. It should be saying something along the mobilize, engage, brainstorming. Okay, let's see what it's saying. Oh, look at that. So in the carousel, it's got like 2 paragraphs, 2 sentences. But the AI is smart enough to condense it and is actually asking you a follow-up question. So I'm hoping if you guys are doing this chatbot, have a questioning letter. You build a question from something general and you continue to lead people into a more specific question. And at some point, you kind of solve the immediate pain, but they still need help. And they say, hey, would you like to schedule a quick 15-minute call? That's when you come in and provide the extra services. And that lies the critical values of having a chatbot that is acting as your advocate 24/7, 365. It rarely goes on strike. It's not unionized. From time to time, it's acting up, but just kind of normal. Cool. So I'm going to be taking a look at the room, taking a look at the audience. We're 45 minutes in, so I would like to kind of open it up to see if there are any kind of questions from the audience. So go ahead and fire that away. How are we doing, Jenny? Okay, nobody wants to talk to me, but that's okay. I'm getting pretty used to this.
Hey, Ken, I think we have one incoming comment.
Only one. Okay. I always thought chatbots could only answer simple questions, but today I learned that they are much more capable. Really impressed and helpful. Thank you. Yes. And if you guys haven't seen the OpenAI ChatGPT 4.0 demo video that just came out about a couple days ago, is amazing. These are the OpenAI engineers, and they were having a conversation about dating, all using voice. So instead of you typing, you can actually be asking a question, holding up to the phone, as if you were having a chat with a friend and say, well, I'm having problem finding a date in San Francisco. What do I do? What do I wear? What website to be on? And all of this stuff. Actually, you should seek that out. And as a matter of fact, Jenny, if you can find that video, if you can maybe drop that into the link, that would be really helpful. So this is still relatively early, I assure you. I think very soon it will be able to be multimedia or multimodal, where you can actually pick up the phone and ask the same questions as I've been typing really badly and poorly. And then you'll get a voice response back. And as a matter of fact, right now, if you're paying for OpenAI, which is about $20 a month, you can actually have a voice chat immediately. It's called Whisper. And there are many times I'm taking a lunch walk, I'm asking a question and say, well, I have this stream to talk about chatbot. I'm really stressed. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know how to entertain my clients, my audience. That is when it's a really good brainstorming buddy. Great. Great. Anything else from anybody? I'm gonna switch gear to the LinkedIn site, and I think you guys been doing commenting here. I don't know where the commenting is coming in from. So again, I'll figure that out next time.
I think if you click the join live, you'll be able to see
Oh,
the comments.
I don't want to do that.
But it
It was
will
just gonna
mess up. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna echo. As a matter of fact, like I may regret it for saying it public. So I set up a call yesterday, and then it was a Google Meet. It was a automated scheduling flow kind of things, Calendly. I got a Google Meet link. I said no problem. So it was between my appointments. So I actually, find a tree, set outside, set up the Google Meet and all of that, and waiting for 15 minutes. And then this person called, and I don't know why my phone never really goes through. So it didn't get my phone didn't ring. So I was on the Google Meet. I was emailing her. I was texting her, and the person never showed up. And 2 minutes before going live, that person called and they said, dude, I'm in the middle of a stream. And then all of my iPad setup got totally, completely ruined. And it was echoing as soon as the phone was ended. So anyhow, so I think we're going back to the DMV example again. Sorry if you work for DMV or if you're a fan of DMV across the world. I apologize. They actually serve a very good critical civic function, but it just like it's painful. So using Chatbot to be able to automate that some of the services, it will improve satisfaction. And that is not the only route, right? People can still pick up the phone, people can still email you, people can still knock on your door and then ask questions. Those are still available, but you're making it another pathway. And for example, like we have these different generations. We keep talking about X, Y, Z, millennial. I don't know what else. What other alphabets are coming up? They all have different preferences. So by delivering another medium, you can serve that very cost effectively. So I think there's something that you guys should really think about. Now, what we have shown you today, and let me just get off this screen, is too annoying. So I'm going to show you this website here. So this is the time where I'm going to be doing some shameless plug. So hopefully you don't tune off. So we have um, a service offering that's coming up. Is going to be a standardized. If you want some help deploying these chatbots, we have some. One level is like a basic facts FAQ type, but if you need more advanced, you want to plug into your calendaring system or your booking system, your e-commerce, we also can help you. So at the end of the stream, Jenny is going to be either emailing out or DMing people with the resource, with a link with resources. You can see the recording of this stream here, but also some links where you can learn more about it, because we've barely scratched the surface. There's a lot more you can use, and each industry is going to be a little bit different. For example, for a health clinic, there will be some HIPAA compliance and concerns like that. For other industries, maybe it's like a timeliness or something like that that will be very specific to different industries. Great. So I'm scanning the list of questions and comments. Haven't seen anyone else. If not, we could wrap early and give you back 8 minutes. It is Friday after all, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere, I'm sure. What do you think, Jenny? Should we wrap?
Yep, I'll just email the attendees for the resources, Ken.
Okay, sounds good. So we will leave that up when we place maybe a little bit of music, and then people can chit chat. And if you go into LinkedIn, you can see the networking too. So this is also a good way for you to find like-minded individuals, partnering, striking up deals, prospecting, whatever you need to do. I think that's what's amazing about LinkedIn Live is that it's pretty easy to do. And this is the second one. And thank you so much for not throwing eggs, tomatoes, and whatever at me. Actually, it's going to be virtual, so they'll be messing up your own screen. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Happy Friday.